And so, without further ado, let's see if I can get this going right. A mother's love goes deep. You don't love me. How many times have your kids laid that one on you? And how many times have you, as a parent, resisted the urge to tell them how much? Someday, my children are old enough to understand the logic that motivates a mother. I'll tell them. I love you enough to insist you buy a bike with your own money that we could afford and you couldn't. I loved you enough to be silent and let you discover your hand-picked friend was a creep. I loved you enough to make you return a Milky Way with a bite out of it to the drugstore and say, I stole this. I loved you enough to stand over you for 2 hours while you cleaned your bedroom, a job that would have taken me 15 minutes. I loved you enough to say, you may, I loved you enough to let you see anger, disappointment, disgust, and tears in my eyes. I loved you enough not to make excuses for your lack of respect or your bad manners. I loved you enough to admit that I was wrong and ask your forgiveness. I loved you enough to ignore what every other mother did or said. I loved you enough to let you stumble, fall, hurt, and fail. I loved you enough to let you assume the responsibilities for your own actions at age 6, 10, and 16. I loved you enough to figure you would lie about the party being chaperoned, but forgave you for it anyway after discovering the truth. I loved you enough to show and shove you off, let you go on your own. I loved you enough to be mute to your past demands so that you had to stand alone. I loved you enough to accept you for what you are, not what I wanted you to be. But most of all, I loved you enough to say no when you hated me for it. That was the hardest part. Black, beautiful, intuitive, and strong, the matriarch, the stabilizer, the earth's backbone. From the beginning, she excels, demonstrating to survive in her womb the seed of trillions through the ages she will provide. Unfazed by obstacles, perpetual is her drive. Kings, queens, all royalty alike are inherently in her bloodline. Against all odds, she presses on. Not a moment does her love wait. She looks down through the channels of time and realizes she must maintain her aura of invincibility, her spirit of strong will, her disposition of I will succeed regardless of the mountainous hills. She is black, bold, and beautiful. Her strength personified through the birth. She is the matriarch. She is our mother, the backbone of this earth. Happy Mother's Day.